Hey guys, so I'm finding more and more as I look through these groups that as people further and further through their journey, their want to help everyone else around them increases more and more. I mean, you discover as you go that everyone is connected, that other people are a reflection of us, and you start seeing yourself and other people, and it encourages you to want to help other people as a way to kind of help yourself, and to help yourself as a way to help other people, and have everything kind of flow that way. But I'm finding one thing that we really need to check ourselves on, and I've fallen into this. I'm just as bad as everyone else. I'm not trying to make it sound like, I see the light and everyone else needs to follow. No, I've caught myself on this a couple times, and I figure, it's something that I'm willing to bet some other people are catching themselves on too, and might help to know that you're not alone. My issue has been when I meet someone that I want to help, a lot of times I don't necessarily wait for them to ask me for help. I'm, tossing out suggestions and encouraging and, I'm doing what I feel is best to help them see their way, and depending on where they are in their journey, they help might actually be detrimental. They may need to go down a path that's going to hurt a little bit in order to help them to learn the lesson they need to be learning. And you interjecting your guidance into them could steer them right off of the universal plan that they had. In other cases, a lot of people don't actually need help. They've chosen to take a journey that has a couple extra steps because they see the benefits of those extra steps. And someone looking in from the outside will see this, and you're doing a lot of extra work. You do it like this, and it's a lot easier. And it's not that helping is a bad thing. I still will always encourage and recommend helping as many people as you possibly can, but one thing that we definitely need to work a little bit more on is making sure that the person that we're helping wants help. Because otherwise, you're just telling them the way you think they should be and how you think they should be doing things, and that comes completely from the ego. Um, a lot of times, we feel that we're helping, even though we're just annoying the other person. We can come across as being a know-it-all, or being opinionated, and when that's really not the case. You're just you really are looking out for the best interests of everyone, and that comes from the heart. But unfortunately, like I said, we get wrapped up in the way we feel things should be, that sometimes we forget that not everyone wants things to be the same way as we do. Not everyone wants to be treated the same way as we do, and not everyone is heading for what we're heading for. I myself personally, I like to do things in a more manual way. I will choose to do things by hand before using any sort of electronic equipment for it, or power tools and such, just because I love the connection that I get when I'm doing everything by hand. I feel so much more at peace. But I get people all the time that tell me, it'll be a lot faster if you use the drill, or use the router instead of sanding this down. And I know that there's easier ways. I've chosen not to do it. Much like you hear from back, like the stories of like the samurais and the ancient kung fu masters and all that would have them washing windows and cleaning things and mopping the floors. It's not that necessarily that they learned anything from mopping the floor. It's that they learned patience and understanding and connection and putting yourself into what it is that you're doing to become a part of that. And it's not just getting things out of the way quickly and bouncing through into the next job that you're asked to do, because in which case you're not really absorbing everything that you're doing, and you're not living in the moment of what you're doing to be aware of everything that's around you. Going slow quite often benefits a lot more than going fast, just like this story of the tortoise and the hare. Everyone's going to get to that finish line. Not everyone is racing. Some of us are enjoying the stroll. And So, yeah, that's my thought for the day. It's not that helping is bad, but unfortunately, when we decide that someone needs help and how they need help and what help they need, we've bypassed their free will and we've taken away their ability to decide for themselves and their right to self governance, basically. I mean, whether you're talking with anti vaxxers, whether you're talking with people that, like the pharmaceuticals, whether you're talking politics, whether you're talking religion, there's there's no one set way that's going to work for absolutely everybody. Everyone is going to have their own opinions, their own beliefs, things that make them comfortable, things that don't make them comfortable, things that they want to do, things that they've decided they're not really interested in, and you don't have to agree with it no matter what you're referring to. No one has to agree with anyone else. We just have to be able to accept and respect that people do things differently. I was working at a factory a couple of years ago. There was this one woman that we used to work with. She was a little set in her ways, shall we say. She didn't like things being done differently, no whether they had the final result being the same or not. It didn't matter. You had to do things her way, and I ended up putting up a sign on the printer that she worked with that said 2 + 2 = 4, but so does 3 + 1. There are multiple ways to answer the same problems. And it's very true. My way, it may not be your way may not be my way. We may not even be able to meet in the middle and even be willing to try the other person's ways. But that doesn't mean we can't accept that that is the other person's ways. We don't have to agree. We don't have to think it's a smart idea. We don't have to be comfortable with how they're doing something. It doesn't matter. If it involves you, sure, voice your opinion, let them know if you're comfortable or not. If someone is going to do something for themselves on their own and it's not hurting anybody else, who are you to say anything? Why do you feel you need to agree? I mean, a lot of us are, some of us are starting to get a little bit too big for our britches, let's be honest here. We've decided that our way is the best, and it is the best for us. My way is the best for me. Your way is the best for you. My way isn't the best for you, and your way isn't the best for me, though. So, we can respect the way other people are doing things without necessarily agreeing, because we're not on the same journey and we're not heading towards the same thing, nor are we here to learn the same lessons in the same way. Just, it doesn't matter what the choice is. If it's a personal choice, my opinion is always going to be in the favor of free choice, personal choice. Decide for yourself, think for yourself, research for yourself, come to your own conclusions, and don't worry about what anybody thinks, because chances are, if they're not arguing with you, they're going to be arguing with someone else anyways. Enjoy your days, make them yours. Have a great one, guys.